Okie dokie. Managed to clear through the rest of layer 6 here. Maybe I shouldn't start talking yet. We haven't made it. But it's looking like we're going to clear through the last D6 now. Successfully this time around with the help of our little top up on the piety levels. Right? Time to definitely check out the spear that I've been leaving around for far too long. Hit no on that thing real quick. Perfect. And that's everything. Holy moly. I don't really want to put the spear on without identifying it first. I would like to know if it has distortion on it, since we've been burned by that before. When enemies haste up or go berserk, they make themselves more susceptible to slouch. Right, that's definitely something that should keep on the forefront of my mind, especially that'll be highly useful when we make our way down into Spider, because the Mothraths will be making some of those buddies berserk, and we're going to need some quick ways to take out the spiders. In general, Slouch is going to be exceptionally powerful in Spider, just because of how fast they all are naturally, but it is definitely a cool note to take note of, that we can kind of get that little bit of an advantage against anyone who gets extra speed, which is pretty sweet. But let's head back out to the dungeon, I think. I'm going to gain a bit more experience before we start going into the branches. Because again, yeah, both the branches are scary in their own kind of flavor and way. Do you have our poison yet? We do. I believe our leather? Yeah. I was going to say no, because I'm so used to the last few runs have been pretty unlucky in those resistances, but no, even if we didn't have this leather, we were for a short while carrying around a giant executioner's axe artifact, just in case we needed the resistances it offered. But I too once wheeled ID'd an artifact sphere, and it had Contam, wasn't even that good of a sphere, right? I pushed the limits by equipping the armor, but armor having drain, not the end of the world. Getting any kind of distortion brand weapon, a bit closer to the end of the world. And right, also important to keep in mind, I'm going to say it out loud so that I remind myself as well, there's a wizard on this floor, so let's not get banished. Speaking, I guess it's very apt for it to come up as we're talking about distortion weapons and the follies of wheeled ID. And yes, any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Banishment is very much not on the list of things we wish to deal with. I could probably take out the room fast enough is the scary part. So tempting. So yeah, it's still just that one piece of armor. Still just that one piece of armor. Do you know what? Okay, instead, drop this. Don't need 2 RN rings, even though I might want 2 RN rings in the future. Definitely remember that. Shuffle that one away in the memory banks. But let's go pick up this armor. I put it down too soon. I was too hasty in my abandonment of this piece of equipment. There we go. Put on this ugly armor. Look at that crap. Nothing compared to our beautiful ruby digs. I was looking for red was all that came to mind, but I was like, come on, brain. We can think of a better word for this color. Oh, right, we got drained by taking off the armor. We were just talking about this. Immediately forgot about it. But that does bring this down to 10%, 18%. Crap. Slouch, real quick. I thought we were safer than we were. Turns out I was endangering myself and others. Okay, absolutely fantastic work on my part. Brilliant play. As to be expected by this point. I think I'm gonna just put it right back on. Oh, if there's another, like, willpower, do you know what? Who want what? Okay, there are more willpower monsters, mobs, casters. So yeah, screw that. Give ourselves some bonus AC. Not a whole lot of bonus AC. And now, ooh, the wizard is in sight. It's tempted to just start launching out slouches here, but I should probably wait until everyone's in sight, right? Okay, you do 20 damage. You're not going to kill me if I step away. You're not going to kill me if I step away. Perfect. Oh, and in fact, oh, I'd love if they got busy with some of my spawns instead. But I think this is now where we're good. I was hoping to get, this is the necromancer, I believe, and the wizard. I want them both in sight here, and we are going to slouch. Definitely harm my ice beast. I apologize dearly, but has to be done. Ooh, we went down another Yiddy pip. Okay, so we can no longer step out of the flow of time. We're also about to lose our slouch ability, potentially. Let's take a couple steps into a nice secluded hallway. Lovely. And there we go. Get the wizard available again. Oh, we have one more slouch available in it. Yeah, I'm going to do it just to make sure that that wizard has no chance of banishing us. 18% is a bit too high for my blood. I don't know. Is the necromancer still alive? No, necromancer I think died in the what's the word I'm looking for in the slouch? Mass slouches. 38 damage. Ouch. Halved though, or a large part of that is halved with our cold resistance at the very least. No, do not walk into that cloud of resin vapor. We'll also take this opportunity to remind myself how I tried so hard and all that, but also remind myself to take off this ring of ice where I get fireballed to the face. And okay, that's our freaking vaults entrance. It was a fun adventure running into some of those scarier outfitted crews, but made it in one piece here. Oh me, oh my. Oh, get my hair on my face too. Hair is just slightly wet when I put on my headphones today, so who knows what kind of damage I just did with that move, but hopefully still looking alright. Just don't look at myself in my camera picture and I'll be fine and not be self-conscious about it. Try my best to avoid looking over at myself anyway. Already have to watch myself too much editing videos. I can't handle more of my own face. Okie dokie. Apologies for the slight break from content there, but let's head back in. Try to continue this move. I don't like skeletal warriors. I'm already drained. I'm not drained enough that I'm too concerned. Ooh. I do keep forgetting about Fulminant Prison though. Let's throw one of those out there, see if it does anything, shall we? And now that I've remembered here, we also, just a bit ago, saw our fighting hit level 10, which should have been, and was going to be another opportunity to pop into here and check on things. Just kind of forgot, but let's do so now. And we could try and increase our spell power in some way, shape, or form. Invocations. Happy to let that continue going up. Same with something like shields. Armor, I'm not sure. Actually, speaking of armor, let's let one Fulminant Prism blast just so I get a bit of a peek at its damage output. Cool. But what I realized is we're still wearing our crappy armor. I just wanted to check for one more, like, banishment enemy that has banishment capacity, I guess, or capabilities. Now that we're through that, we should really switch back to our better armor here. Yes. Perfect. And let's check out another stairway. If things are continually scary, or even just a little bit scary for us, we'll start heading back up and exploring some of our other options here for sure. Boulder Beetle. how do you fare in a fight v ice beasts? In fact, how do you fare in general? If you're not rolling, how much? 32? Still, honestly, a pretty decent chunk of change, but nothing we haven't had to handle before at this point in the run. And let's put our ramparts back up here. Beauty. Ooh, something sneaky here. There we go. Love to see that. I mean, as an ice elementalist, we're always a little bit less concerned for invisible enemies, just because we at least have our frozen ramparts that we can throw up in order to deal kind of passive damage to things, even if we're not able to see them. It's always pretty snazzy, but it's still kind of nice to have the Corona and other options, especially just in case it's something that is secretly resistant to ice and you're stuck there just hoping that you're dealing enough damage to take it out. Wow, my ice beast's starting to fall off. This is about the point where we can't 1v1 everything anymore, at the very least. But with the magical regeneration necklace, it is funny how well we're able to retreat like this. Again, normally when you're playing with Che as your one and only true god, normally that means that you're not able to run away at all, but just keep throwing ice beasts at them. Distractions. Cronin the Invisible Buddy, what a power play. Yeah, we're doing our best to be just an absolutely horrible person. The vector, the patient zero of the dungeon outbreak, as it were. Oh my lord. Hello, Francis. Fancy running into you here. 133 health. Very cool. Very sweet. Very cool, cool, cool. Curse -1 longsword. At least that's kind of nice. Summon demons. I mean, okay, she's not as fast. I was hoping that she might be extra fast. Oh, she has haste. So slouches could deal some more damage, but we're also still recovering from our piety hits. Man, I'm so tempted to take this fight. The iron shots will hit like a freaking truck, which is not something I'm interested in. Throw icicle, not so bad. We have some resistances we can deal with there. Cool, cool, cool. How about this? Let's just leave. Get the heck out of there. No real reason to deal with anything we don't have to at this point, and instead, let's reconfigure or recombobulate some of our options here. We can head back up to Orc, which I'm fairly certain we could take now. Or we could start dipping our toesies into some of these S branches, which isn't too shabby either here. Watch out, throw icicle, partially ignores RC. Okay, then glad we ran away from that one, because I was not aware of that. I knew that Ozokubu's refrigeration ignores some RC. Wait, is that right? I don't even know if that's right. I said it with such confidence to start out and then immediately took a downhill turn, because I think in my head I might have been thinking like Fire Strike is the idealized, the level 9 fire spell for anyone not aware. But Flame Strike, Fire Strike, whatever it's called, is the perfect, like, one answer fits all, because even if things are resistant to fire, that spell still slaps. But definitely good to know, so thanks Peacock for calling that one out for me. When we go back into that fight, we're gonna have to be aware. But okay, yeah, this one we had a warrior and 2 sorcerers, which at the time was way too much for us, but that was before 6 floors of lair, 5 floors of dungeon, no, 3 floors of dungeon, regardless, an eternity ago. So, should be able to take this fight. Interesting. Yeah, do you know what, I will Frozen Ramparts, even just to take out that one sorcerer faster. Let's give ourselves some better armor class as well. Oh, am I vulnerable? No. I'm no longer vulnerable to fire. We've thought about this time around. Heck yeah. Absolute genius over here. And much smoother this time around. No problems whatsoever. Yeah, happy to break our armor here. Kind of stupidly so, because you should remember to not walk towards things. We don't do a lot of walking in this religion. Ouch. But that should do it still. No problem. Once you get the sorcerer taking hits from both the ice beasts and in range of a frozen ramparts, it's not like they can last very many turns anyway, so I was feeling pretty solid about that. Oh gosh, rock and hard place, but let's just fill the whole thing with ice and wreck house. Again, coming back to Orc 1 at this point in our run, it's pretty just satisfying and straightforward. Should be able to blow our way through most of these vanilla peeps, no problem. Orc 2 is always potentially a different story. You never know how they might build up in terms of the number of high priests and summon demons and the like, but for Orc 1 here, let's just head in, shall we? Definitely ignore the boomerangs. Screw that. In fact, let's... Oh. Spellcasting in general, or not spellcasting, but skills in general. Kind of left you hanging the last time we looked at you. I don't know how I managed to get a decent number of victories in this game when I'm absolutely trash at so much of the game's mechanics. I think I'm okay at the strategy, and that saves me a lot in the long run, because definitely should remember all these things here. To go into more defensive capabilities. I mean, if I had an identify scroll. Oh, I have an identify scroll. Yas. Okay. +6 spear, imp bane, drain, resist fire, 3 pips, resist cold, 1 pip. Huh. I mean, both our armor and our weapon are drain, which isn't great. That's definitely a little bit tempting, even if just for yet really awesome resistances. We won't have to worry about much. But unfortunately, it's not an endgame weapon for us here. Spears fall into the category of the kind of crappier base stats that aren't worth taking into the late game. Might have trouble taking out, especially like Orbs of Fire. Triple RF, awesome. Flame branded crap spear, not so awesome. So, unfortunately, don't have that as an option here, because that's what I was starting to think of in my skills, is do we want to start bringing up one of our weapon skills? If we're planning to use the scimitar for the rest of the game, then why not throw in some long blades, get those attacks happening a little bit quicker. +9 is pretty awesome. The other egos aren't quite as incredible. At least not enough so that it's a drop everything I'm doing, and we've got our endgame content kind of weapon. Have to think on that one maybe, which is not helpful for the issue of actually deciding what I'm doing with my skills here, but maybe we can find a solution somewhere else, because I would like to find a good place to start throwing those. Iskerendu is what I wanted to say, but I've just realized upon reading this word more closely, it's not even a little bit Iskerendu. Huh, I kind of liked my name for it. Iskenderun is the right one. Iskenderun. Iskerendu. Which one do I like saying more, is what I'm kind of rolling over, tasting the flavor of the words as they come out. But, okay. I guess back to the game at hand. Feeling really off topic today. Metabolic Inglatiation. No, is not the spell I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Refrigeration. That's an Ozukubu jam, I believe. Because we are on the lookout for that. That's a nice source of damage for a nice elementalist here. Good AoE shtick. As is... I want so many things, but I'm not finding the right Spells. I really want to train transmutations for statue form. Conjurations, maybe. Or Iskenderans. Mystic Blast. Decisions, decisions, decisions. How about we divert from those decisions, and instead, let's just train some more dodging, shall we? Get some of our other defensive skills up there. Dodging is kind of sweet too, because excluding some completely undodgeable attacks, that's something that stays consistently good even in really like extended games. When AC starts to fall off a little bit, all of the damage output of late game monsters starts to find ways of getting around the fact that most characters, and especially like a brute force character, is going to have what, like 60 AC by the time they're in the late game. So that's pretty much untouchable if you're still weighing everything on just that in terms of damage reduction. But evasion never goes out of style. And we're almost through most of Orc 1 here. Definitely a lot smoother than our first little dip down. To be expected, of course, for the aforementioned reasons, so definitely just love to see it. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get surrounded. Let's rethink this. I didn't realize all of my little summon buddies were being taken out. Oops. But that should do it there. Right? Come on. Wish that more people were standing in my frozen ramparts, but take what we can. Make sure we put those back up as well, because that is a pretty huge source of our kind of ambient damage output here. And let's step through. Very sick. Oh, not very sick. We're gonna get slammed. Okay, never mind. I was willing to waste one turn in there, but we were ready to get attacked by both the knight and the warrior at the same time with that reachy polearm. But all good. Okay, just double checking some of these items as well, but nothing too interesting for us. I guess seeing that that Falchion did remind me also that if we decide to stick with the scimitar here, then that extra training in dodging also comes in handy just for giving us a nice bit of damage output. In terms of the riposte, I should say, brain cut off a little bit there, but we managed to scramble and find my thoughts, fortunately enough. But okay, there is a... What is this called now? It used to be the Labyrinth. Now it's the Gauntlet? I think it's called the Gauntlet now. We found a Gauntlet timed portal, which interests me greatly. Always a nice little place. It's always worth it to pop in to, because there's no harm and you can actually always just leave immediately. Oh right, I forgot where we were though. It's Orc 2. We have to find a timed portal. Ishka. Okay, Nurgle here, not too scary. I think we can deal with this buddy. I'll even switch my Ring of Ice for an RN. That should do some damage. Yeah, okay, there's no point in us casting Frozen Ramparts. Thought I'd check real quick with the aim there. Okay, we're gonna wake up Maurice, right? Like, there's no way. Maurice is just sound asleep. A couple steps away. Huh. Oh, hey Maurice. About time you showed up, you son of a gun. Okay, Frozen Ramparts. We'll get rid of the warrior, and then we're just gonna wail on Nurgle ourselves here. I think we still win this fight pretty handily. Awesome, no worries there. Okay, Maurice has now heard the commotion. Let's pop back, oops, in here for when we first found Maurice. Just wanted to see real quick what kind of equipment Buddy was outfitted in. Plus 0 dagger, plus 0 cloak of preservation, wand of flame. That's not too bad. I think I'm gonna just head right back down this stair. Okay, Maurice blinked out of here like the coward he is. Cool. Very cool. Do you have any, like, curare or anything? That's what I'm worried about. No? No? Really? Seems too easy. Oh, okay. Corona is a bolt spell. Makes sense. I mean, I thought it was just a close proximity thing, but bolt spell makes sense. Let's chronify Maurice here. Apologies, friend. Had to be done. Cloak of Preservation. Could switch into it. Gives us ambient resist corrosion as well as 1 point of AC. Scarf of Shadows. I don't know how much this is helping us. So it's a really weird kind of benefit. It's really subtle in a lot of the ways that it does benefit you, and it almost has some seemingly like obvious negative side effects in terms of enemies are right there. And so especially, you know, something like a caster with Crystal Spear is just gonna Crystal Spear you first turn they see you. But just the ability to restrict, that's what I was looking for. Restrict the number of combatants that are able to have sight on you at any point in time. Definitely ain't nothing. Oh gosh. My arch nemesis. So we first ran into Fanar, who's my twin, and now we run into our opposite here. I think ice beasts are so close to being able to get work done on us, on our part there. I should say on us, jeez. Sentences just falling apart. But Ring of Fire, let's do it. Very schwanky. Okay. I was hoping Damnation wasn't coming down. Azrael, I thought you didn't do that unless things were dire, but apparently I'm just gonna wreck my crap, hey? Shouldn't do Damnation anymore now that we have enemies around us. Until he's back at low health. Once at low health, Azrael, I think, has AI commands to just do whatever the heck he wants. But I could be mixing him up with someone else as well, because I think even just the standard djinns you find at very low health have a tiny chance of being able to do stuff like that, but I might just be an idiot as well. Wouldn't be the first, definitely not the last time I was such. But, okay. Icy Ramparts. Now that we're in this kind of cubby hole. And what else can I do here? I'm debating if I want to throw in a heal. I probably should. Specifically, the Damnation and stuff is absolutely brutal. But that doesn't... I was about to say that doesn't help, but it's because my brain was thinking about resistances while talking about healing. Healing does help for that. Let's go with 1 health potion. I prefer not to be crapping myself over here. And let's throw out a slouch, shall we? Everything here is pretty dang fast, especially compared to us. Crap, maybe I shouldn't have done that. We took out all the popcorn and now Azrael is gonna smote us. Well, friend, you're a piece of crap. You're a dirty trash bag full of poop. Only have 2 blank scrolls. No resistance identified yet. Resistance also wouldn't help against Damnation. Okay, what other options do we have available for us here? Low willpower. Oh? Unaffected by my fear, though. That does not work the way I expected it to. I thought that was a straight will check. Huh. Maybe it is, and I just got really unlucky there, but now I'm scared, which I don't love. Max hit of Hurl Damnation kills us. I mean, it's not likely, but it could happen. As long as we don't die, we can step from time. But only if we don't... Okay, I need to be careful using something like Slouch, though, because my next thought was going to be, let's just use Slouch then. But if I lose Piety, I'm no longer able to step from time. So, taking it nice and slow here. This is one of our first big, scary combats with one of the scary uniques. Oh. Also, should stretch out more when I'm sitting here and playing. I'm sure those cracks came across on the mic as well. My body is already that of a stiff old man. I don't need to help that along the way here. Anywho, what have I discovered in terms of our plans for the present? Not a lot. But I think we're just gonna bite the bullet here. Yeah, we'll be fine. Damn, Azrael. Just check the wiki, and Ifrit Azrael are considered demonic, so they are immune to fear. That makes sense. So I wasn't totally wrong on that regard, which is good to note. But let's do some quick mental arithmetic here. 6 range on damnation. This is a floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I think that ends poorly for us. Blinking onto the stairs, that is. I should really explain my thoughts instead of assuming that everyone can just read them. Pretty sure that's a pretty rare ability. But blinking to the stairs isn't totally safe. Could get damned once more. Unfortunately, all the stairs are in this area, so I don't have the option of like blinking further away. Step from time might be the way to go here, and hope that Azrael just F's right off. Let's do... Oh, wait, I don't have... Oh, I'm an idiot. I don't have 10 magic points anymore. Oh, that's fun. Okay, new solutions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crap. Cloak of Shadows, you effed me. Otherwise I could blink to this stair. Okay. Could get lucky. Don't want to rely on that though. This is insight of you. This is inside of you, actually, now that I think about that for even a split second here. This is out of sight, but not helpful for us. Anything else help us here? If we describe world distortion, causing monsters to skip forward in time relative to you, I don't think helps us out very much. Does not lose interest in us or anything of the like. Ooh, it turns out I should have done some magic points math here. Would have saved us a whole lot of trouble on this end of things. How embarrassing. So, good thing we know that we can no longer fear this buddy, so I'm not going to waste any turns on that. You can know how far enemies can see by excluding them. That is a really good tip. I don't think I've ever heard that before either. That is awesome. There are certain caveats to that. If you haven't seen a wall, then it won't be including that, but that's definitely handy to know. So confirmed cannot see there, but I'm guessing if I blink, they step there, right? Oh, or do they go for my Ice Beast? Regardless, 2 blink scrolls might be a bit much and kills us in the long run here. Could blink out teleport, but that's probably going to kill us. I mostly just need to get a tiny bit of time here. And then we can use healing potions, you know, all that kind of stuff. I really shouldn't have taken out Azrael's allies in that slouch move there. Instead, causing Azrael to not be able to call down Damnation would have been much preferable there. But in what may be the final moments of the run, let's blink somewhere that cannot be seen. Perfect. Then we're actually gonna get rid of this exclusion here. Re-exclude this bad boy. Interesting. So we could immediately use another blink. Takes us there. I think we can make it to the stairs. Oh, probably not though, right? But hey, we wasted a turn here. We're back up to 10 energy. I'm gonna step from time. Oh, there goes our gauntlet. Right, no chance of that. Also, any step here might be our last. Son of a... Okay. No. Please don't walk this way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to waste a blink scroll if I don't have to. So we could blink to the stairs. But they haven't seen me yet. Okay, in what may be the end of it all, fog up from Peacock, I would love to, but unfortunately, not identified yet. We've been running pretty low on identify scrolls, and we just have low quantities in all these buddies. These 15, I got to assume at this point that those are remove curse. Okay, I might do something a bit stupid. Oof, my bad. Oh no, no worries at all. There are so many options. I appreciate each and every one of the suggestions from people. Helps me even just get in the right mindset for like, what else do we have that could accomplish a similar goal? What else do we have that could also just be a different kind of solution? It's good stuff. Step. Okay. Crap. And I don't like the direction that Azrael's walking now. Ah. Oh me, oh my. We still have a blink available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, me taking a step, Azrael, if they're walking downwards, gets 2 steps. Or 1 step, catches up with me, then hurls Damnation and I'm dead. Oh me, oh my. I don't want to throw away progress on this run, but I only have 1 more blink scroll. The constant struggle of DCSS. I will punch myself if this kills me. I will punch myself if this kills me. I will punch myself if this kills me. We found it. The cheat to the whole system. If I just constantly jinx myself, or not jinx myself, but threaten to punch myself in the face, man, hopefully the powers never stop working, or else I'm gonna regret that. But okay, fun stuff, great stuff running into Azrael and Orc 2 there. But hey, we survived, we did it. Let's take a moment to breathe easy, take a couple deep breaths. No, it won't take too long after stalling out on that fight for quite a while. Never be too careful though, we want to survive through this. Masterful play, thanks, but I wouldn't call it quite that. Masterful would be maybe not getting ourselves into quite such a bad situation to begin with, but very cool. Happy to be alive is all. So let's open up our overview. Let's switch tactics, shall we? Mix it up a little. Maybe head to one of our S branches. Since we haven't actually peeked in, they might be no problem for us. Mostly just wanted to gain up a bit more experience. Take it easy from Che. That is true. We are playing the right deity for the mindset. And 100% skill. Thanks, Cassiopeia. Well, let's head out. Oh, not Control F. Control G is the one we were looking for the go command. And I'm thinking swamp. I don't love being unable, or most likely being unable to use our frozen ramparts, at least not very effectively, but water honestly isn't horrible for us. Look at that, we're only moving at 1.3 in water. That's how speedy and quick we are. But yeah, we won't have the ability to use frozen ramparts unless we're very lucky with some walls spawning in. But it's a bit less scary than hordes and hordes of spiders. Just absolutely wrecking my day. So I think I'm happy with this. Also, let's remember we're wearing a ring of fire when this body with bolt of cold comes in. That would be lovely. Oh wow, and a ghost crab. The whole gang's here. Crap. You son of a guns. Let's maybe start throwing out some potions. Or not potions, but we could be using some of our other tools, I guess, is the more general word that I was going for there. I don't know if the corrosion on the crab is a good move, but it's the one we went with. Okay, Bunyip got an attack in, which means it'll be a couple turns before they can attack again. Angry buzzing noise, chilling moan, shout. So everyone's hearing us fighting here as well. I think. Unless that was a bunch of those spiritual entities that we just sent away with the crab, but not too sure. But anywho, Bog Body down, and Bunyip also down. Perfect. Just a wee bit scary. We'll even head back up to heal up the rest of our health before engaging with the... Ooh, we have the word in front of us now. I can try and learn to pronounce it right. Eleionoma. 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 It's that easy. Eleionoma. Perfect. Never forget it again, I'm sure. It's not like I'm going to be struggling over that word next time it's not actively right in front of my face. Crap. Healing from the tree, but do we just have to out-damage you, or is it possible? Maybe you have a limited number of times they can cast that per tree or something. I just called them thorn fairies. That does simplify things a bit for sure. Also, let's get the heck out of there. I forgot that the Goliath frog was tonguing us from a distance. Absolutely no good. Let's fix that, shall we? And there we go. Single tyrant leech, much more manageable. Let's see, something else popped around the corner at the end too, right? Another bog body. Very cool. It's tempting to switch from this ring of wizardry to something like the resist corrosion for that Braga boy, but should be able to take this fight. Yeah, bring in all the dicey boys. How hard do you hit? I know it's hard, but 27 plus extra acid damage. Maybe you can deal with it? Ooh, especially if you get slowed. Heck yeah. Oh gosh. And then we get tongued again, and Will of the Wisps coming in from everywhere. Maybe this isn't going so well. Ah, I lied. Ice Beasts for the win. Just let them take care of all of our problems for us. Go, buddies, go. I'm gonna just stand on the stairs here, let you throw away your lives. Not that they are just simulacra. Oh no, they're not. I always forget about that. I assume that Ice Beasts are the same as the simulacrum, but I believe based on what abilities do and don't affect our Ice Beast friends, I think they are some kind of living creature, which is interesting. I guess they're still summoned entities. I don't know. It gets into a whole bag of worms when you start talking about the morality of how you treat your summons. Ouch. Foxfire deals a lot of damage, does it? 2 times 3d14. Okay, yeah, so it does deal a lot of damage. Son of a gun. Okay, let it hit my beasts. Put on my ring of fire. 3d14 is way too heavy of a hit, so let's throw out 1 healing potion here, since I'm making bad decisions. Okay, so keep in mind, Will of Wisps. Deal heavy damage. Right. Seems so obvious in retrospect here, but a huge part of that is just the fact that I get super into the mentality of whichever like kind of characters we're playing. So after coming off of quite a few kind of brute force, punch it to death runs, I definitely find myself making similar choices, even though can't really live with those choices. Ice beasts are considered as living animals. Yeah, no, that always throws me off. Always just think of them as mindless simulacra. I'm sorry, ice beasts. That's very dismissive and offensive of me, and I shouldn't, but... Jeez Louise. Do I have anything that will kill you? 25 damage. Because these buddies explode to that range, I believe, so I'm in the perfect place for it. But I don't know if I can deal an assured 25 damage slouch, I guess? Huh. Where do the simulation go when they die? Do they vanish or get banished? See, exactly. That's the kind of moral quandary you got to think about, because if they're vanishing, then it's not so bad, or maybe it's worse. I don't know, it kind of depends on the outlook you go for there. Is it worse to be completely vanished into a realm of non-existence, which we can't even imagine or comprehend? Or is it worse that each and every time they are just getting banished, and you're bringing up new ones and banishing them? Just real good person. There's no one hasty visible. What? Everyone's... Oh, because they're sleeping. Oh, that's interesting. Everyone's sleeping counts as not moving at all, which makes sense. That's too bad, because that was a guaranteed way to blow this baby. Let's just not worry about it. Different stairwell. If we meet them at a distance, okay, not that much of a distance, apparently. In fact, this isn't great, right? Oh, wait, it is though. Now we're far enough away that it should take at least 1 or 2 turns for the husk. Maybe? Maybe the husk doesn't even wake up? There we go. Oh my gosh, that did not even do close to enough damage to kill the husk. Never mind. We run and back to plan A here. Let's try and find a different stairwell that's not quite as dangerous. Enemies must be aware of you for slouch to work. Yeah, unfortunately I thought so. It's one of those things where, from a gameplay standpoint, it just tells you that anything that's faster than you deals more damage. But thematically, I could see it as affecting things, you know, like as they move. So that's a cool kind of incorporation of that, where if they're sleeping, they're not actively moving at all. Okay, Frozen Ramparts does nothing with trees, right? Yeah, unfortunately, it does nothing with trees. Shucks. But duke it out here with our Ice Beast companion. Not too shabby. Son of a gun. Oh, you husk. B. I guess part of my Fulminant Prism being crappy is this 8%, which I should have thought about. Yeah, if we don't train Conjurations, it's not exactly going to get very powerful. Which means I do need to start pivoting here. If we're not going to be given any spells that play into our plan or our current handbook, then you have to start getting creative in this game, or else we may just find ourselves backed up into a corner. Creative here might just be... I was going to say switching into heavier armor and sword and boarding for a bit, but fortunately I don't know how... Oh, crap. Son of a gun. I forgot to tell my Ice Beasts to attack, so they just stood there and watched the thing approach. Lovely. Well, we'll get the melee bonus for stepping in water here. Crap, Thorn Hunter. Let's get the heck out of here. Never mind all of my previous plans. And much better. I thought we spent a couple turns there fighting with the Thorn Hunter present. I thought it wouldn't make too much of a difference and we'd be okay. I was very wrong. But Oh, right. I think that was the same bloated husk. Yes, if we head back to the stairway, things are looking a wee bit cleaner. Let's bring in the ice beast, step into the water ourselves. Gives us a wee bit of an advantage here, which we will need because we're fighting these things face to face, but we're pretty squishy here for sure. Gotta keep that in mind. Okie dokie. Clearing the area though, little by little. Swamp worms. Ooh, the Spriggan Druid, I should pronounce more properly. Yeah, I don't want to get harpooned, so I think I'm out of here. But the cool thing about Spriggans is they all move super fast. So that's a very nice target for our slouch ability, now that everyone has noticed us. Oh, Thorn Hunter? No. Okay, Thorn Hunter, stop noticing us. Keeps dipping in and out of consciousness. Oh wait, can the Thorn Hunter do less over deep water or not? Can't do the brambles, the wall of brambles, which is sick. Kind of interesting. I might as well stay in the deep water, right? Oh crap, there's that dragon coming. Frig, I'm an idiot. Okay, so. Exceptionally foolish play on my part here. And it's close to over, but it's not over yet. I think what we're gonna do here is 5 range 3d18. Yeah, we're gonna rely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross our fingers, rely on that not killing us. But time to deal with our mistakes, because I am a fool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are in range, but I need to read a teleport scroll. It's all about the order here. Healing potion first, then tele scroll. Then we're all going to die. Wait, did I just tele 2 steps away? Oh, buddy. This is almost a better situation with the brambles up. Do these brambles do anything? As long as I don't hit them, right? Interesting. That almost created a sweet little crevasse for us to fight out of here, but I'm not going to be completely foolish. We're still keeping our teleport activated here, and hopefully this one takes us the heck out of here. Oh my lord. Do some quick maths. 27 damage. Okay. Bring in the distractions. Oh man, this has gone downhill real fast. Apologies. But let's just dip out of there. Oh. Yeah, so there we go. A bit less masterfully played that time around, unfortunately. Me, oh my. I think this is a case of where I've not been thinking enough about my future, so we're starting to run into a bit of a difficulty wall, no matter where we're kind of dipping our toes into, where we're exploring. But it's not too late for us. We've used up a lot of our consumables, don't get me wrong, but that just means we need to be a little bit more careful moving forward here. Try not to slow down too much, because we're already moving slow enough on the run, I think. But maybe, yeah, maybe I should have leaned harder into the conjurations, or harder into actually being able to fight things a bit more effectively here. Well. Any other options for us in terms of, could we leave this section of swamp alone for now and come back at a later date? Probably. Could even head to Spider. Again, just dip our toes in, get our feet wet, see how it goes. Let's do it. Even just to see if it's any better. I'm guessing it won't be. And we're going to have to be extremely careful because everything is super fast down here. Just scary in its own right for sure. In fact, before popping down. And I do regret this if we immediately die here. Fingers crossed for friendly spiders welcome. Oh, I'm sure. We come in peace. Like, why would they just attack us? We're friendly dudes. Or a friendly dude, I should say. But before we pop down, cup's looking a little empty here. So I'm going to grab a quick refill on my drink, but I'll be about 20 seconds grabbing that. And I'll be right back to continue on. Hopefully, not throw it all immediately right away. See you in a sec.